Call Allah, Haina Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, Hamashiach, Wa Malaki by Hashem Hawa Bakakurash, Barakathum, the water by Babawa, Kwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine, I say Shalom. Y'all got to excuse my voice. I just woke up not too long ago, so. And it's kind of cold right now. It's like 30-some degrees outside here. But anyway, we don't get into this video, whereas these two Edomites from, I think they're from Dallas, they got caught in a plot to try to go to an island off the coast of Haiti and kill all the men and enslave the women and children. Now, who this sound like? Have we not seen this before? Over and over and over and over again from a particular group of people. That's the thing that Esau is in denial about. That's the thing right there that Esau don't want to confess. Because you know why? Because associating this behavior with the biblical Edomites history, that condemns them. Now they don't want to be Esau, but they're doing everything that Esau is predicted to be doing or prophesied to be doing. I mean, just senseless. And we told y'all a long time ago, these Edomites are going through a global temper tantrum. And this is exactly what they're doing. Because spiritually, they feel themselves being cast down. That's what it is. That's what's causing this reaction. The Lord is putting that spirit on them that they're being cast down. And what really pisses off Esau, the same vibration that's going out into the earth that he's being cast down, the same vibration is going out in the earth that we're being rose up. Esau doesn't like that. That's why he bent all his rules to keep him being a beneficiary, but keeping us at a deficit. Now, I want to get this video, but before we do that, let's get this copyright disclaimer. I'm going to show you what it is. Name of this video is NTX scheme to murder men, enslave women on foreign island was bizarre. Did they not come to America and do that? And all the other lands they went to so-called discover, conquer. Yeah, these are colonizers. Now let's get this right here. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Let's get it.
The lawyer for one of two North Texas men arrested for allegedly plotting a murderous coup on a Caribbean island is now telling everybody to, quote, hold their horses. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. Federal officials announced the indictments for Gavin Wiesenberg and Tanner.
See, look at him. Look at my eyes. See the wickedness? Look, especially this one. He looked super stupid. Just wickedness. But see, this is one of the things that Edomite lawyers, they try to get Edomites like this off on mental health issues. Now, this is the thing right here. And we'll entertain that even though it's a lie. It's a built-in get out of jail free card for Edomites, mental illness. Now, this is the thing. And we'll entertain that lie. Let's say these two men are suffering from mental illness. How many times have we heard this come from Edomites? So this is the question. If you got so many cases of mental illness running rampant, just committing all kind of atrocities and getting these people off of mental illness, how are you superior? Because to me, it sounds like a genetic defect So how are you superior? You're not superior. You just were created to be the wicked. Let's go.
Thomas. Investigators allege the men were looking to recruit a small army, take a sailboat to an island just a few miles off the coast of Haiti, kill all the men on the island, and enslave the women and children. Fox 4's Alex Boyer has more on this bizarre story. Alex.
Yeah, guys, to put things in perspective, a criminologist I spoke to for this story tells me that this is the most bizarre case he has ever reviewed in his 29 years in law enforcement. Now, those two North Texas suspects remain in jail. And again, as you mentioned, they're accused of plotting a coup some 1,700 miles away. These are the North Texas men federal prosecutors say were planning to travel to an island in Haiti to kill the men and turn the women into sex slaves. Dr. Alex Del Carmen calls it the most bizarre case he's seen in his entire career.
Well, it ain't the most bizarre case we done seen because this ain't nothing but a replay, a repeat. This is a rerun. This is all they do. How are you surprised? No other nation is guilty of doing such atrocities except for the nation of Edom. But yet they still don't want to acknowledge that they are the wicked. That's all right. You don't got to because the Lord gonna acknowledge it.
You know, this is a very unusual case, right?
According to a federal indictment, 21-year-old Gavin Weisenberg from Allen and 20-year-old Tanner Thomas from Argyle had been plotting to invade Gonave Island with a population of 87,000, which is part of Haiti. Prosecutors say Weisenberg and Thomas planned to invade the island by sailboat, heavily armed, using homeless people they would enlist from Washington, D.C. to murder the men on the island, take control of the territory, and then turn the women into sex slaves. Prosecutors say Thomas prepared for the attack by enlisting in the Air Force for military training, and Weisenberg enrolled in a fire training academy but later flunked out. Both men are accused of manufacturing child pornography by manipulating and exploiting a juvenile. I talked to Del Carmen about the wild and highly implied.
You see the nature of E? Murder, rape, child material, nothing new. Matter of fact, they are being put on a global spotlight right now for being this, and they don't like it. They don't like their their wickedness being exposed to light. That's why the wicked loves the darkness. And there's going to be an upcoming reaction from Esau from all this. He's going to lash out even more because he's angry. He's in his feels. He never came out his feels.
Plausible scheme.
I think it's more than just talk, right? So typically what federal prosecutors will do is they're going to look at what sort of planification, took place, and whether or not there was an intent. And in addition to the...
See, already trying to lie for him. We're trying to see if there was an intent. Of course there was an intent. If it wasn't an intent, they wouldn't be in jail. See, Esau plays stupid when it comes to his own, but he'll lie on everybody else. The elder always said what the elder always say. Never trust a pale-faced man with a bald head and a bald face. Never. They're going to always be with the shits.
Intent, whether these individuals had the capability of doing this. And all of these elements of the crime are present in this particular case.
But in a statement to Fox 4 News, the attorney for Gavin Weisenberg said, "I encourage everyone to hold their horses and stay tuned. An indictment is simply an allegation. And while there is some truth to the allegations, I believe that it will become clear what actually did not, and could not have happened." If your initial response to the government's press release was, "That sounds crazy, impossible, and absurd," you might be onto something.
I've seen a lot, but I've never seen anything like this before on U.S. soil.
See, these Edomites don't understand we are in strange times where nothing is normal anymore because the earth is in the process of transition. Those birth pains, this kingdom has to die first before the birth pains of the new kingdom becomes into existence. So it's not going to be nothing normal about these times.
And we also heard back from Tanner Thomas's attorney via email this afternoon, and he said that he will be defending this case vigorously, and also added that his client will be entering a plea of not guilty on Monday. Back to you.
Sound about right. Even though I got caught, I didn't do it. Sound about right. Let's come out of this. Yeah, that's E. I wanted to do it. I tried to do it, but I got caught. But because I got caught, I ain't do nothing. You think the Lord gonna play with y'all like this? Like the judicial system that you created to benefit you? The Lord ain't finna play with y'all. The Lord finna slam y'all right into these chains. And it ain't gonna be no long, drawn out 12-week trial. Instant judgment, baby. Death or slavery. Let's go. Well, we can start with Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof for not where and who is he. That's why all these loopholes are built in their so-called legal system for them. But they'll press charges on you to the letter and then some. You don't even have to do nothing. They'll just lie on you. But they got all this evidence on these Edomites that they ignore and then use loopholes to get them off. And you wonder why your kingdom is in the condition that it's in, because you're not punishing the wicked. Let's go to Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Yeah, that's what they specialize in, taking peace from the earth. Look at all these wars the United States been keeping up in Israel. Just starting shit. But you ain't Esau. Okay. Lord said you was a born liar. Psalms 58, verse 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. But let's go up to verse 2 as well. Yet in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Nobody, no other nation goes above and beyond to murder like Esau, Edom. Let's go to this one. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. They say they ain't do nothing. Verse 7, the robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment. Verse 10, the soul of the wicked desireth evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Let's go to Habakkuk, chapter 2. Verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. What were they plotting to do? Take over Ireland and commit multiple counts of rape and murder. This is what they were plotting, but they're not Esau. Let's go to the Apocrypha, the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil. There it is. Nor to him that giveth no alms. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. That favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. This is why your kingdom is in the condition that it's in, because when favor is shown to the wicked, he will not learn righteousness. He will deal unjustly. So that's why your kingdom is so out of balance, because you don't punish who deserves to be punished. You got all this wickedness running rampant and all this mental illness, right? James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Look at Esau's history. Rape, rob, murder, pillage. Same shit these dudes were plotting. And one of the most telltale signs is they were plotting on one of the tribes. The Haitians are is the tribe of Levi. And it just comes so natural to them to attack the tribes. Only the tribes. That don't stand out to y'all. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? That's what they thought. To the Lord threw a monkey wrench in their plan, and now they are in custody. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty? They don't think they did nothing wrong. Because in their mind, they have classified you as being subhuman. When in all actuality, who's the beast? Who's the base man? And it all stems from their constitution. To this day, 2025, Thanksgiving Day, no doubt. Thanksgiving Day 2025, and their constitution, the tribes are still considered, especially Judah, 3/5 of a man. So they have psyched themselves out mentally to say, hey, I ain't doing anything wrong because these are not people. Okay, we're going to see if the Lord agree with you. Yeah, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. That because you got 2/3 that crossed over to the other side and joined the enemy. They ain't speaking on this. That's why Esau thinks their own shepherds pity them not. You got your Al Sharptons, your Jesse Jacksons. Ain't made nothing happen over the past 50, 60 years. All they do is talk. No action. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. And this is verse 49. This happened before, and it almost happened again until they got caught. This is the Lord putting us under the curses. Verse 49, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. This is what they were plotting to do again, but they got caught. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 35. Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 59. Now, this section is originally talking about the 2/3 of Israel, but you can easily apply this to Esau, because you got to ask yourself, where did the 2/3 get this behavior from? The source of wickedness itself, Esau, Edom. Verse 4, none calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. Yeah, that was conceiving mischief, plotting on the tribes. Verse 6, their web shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. Their feet run to evil. They make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. Anybody who has any dealings with Esau, Edom, end up regretting it. Because this man gonna always prove that he cannot be trusted. He gonna always prove that to you. If he don't prove nothing else, he's gonna prove that he can't be trusted. Look at Trump right now. They done froze his assets. They talking about prison time for him and his flunkies, which is not gonna happen. But then again, if it does happen, you're still done for. Because who's gonna step up and take his place? Big goofy number 2, J.D. Vance. So you're still done, Babylon. Psalm chapter 37, verse 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. So the book of Micah. Verse 1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Because the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, right? And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. You go onto these people's island, trying to oppress them in their house, trying to oppress them in their heritage, wanting to murder them and rape their wives. But for some reason, Esau don't see a problem with this. Maybe when it happens to him, when he becomes under the curses and go into captivity, but it ain't gonna be no raping going on in the kingdom. But it's gonna hit him the same way. It's gonna hit him even worse, because we don't have to rape nobody. Their women are going to be willing. That's gonna crush his nuts even more. They already turning on him, ratting him out and the whole shit. Revelation 19, future prophecy. Verse 1. And after these things, I heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, our power. For true and righteous are his judgments, for he have judged the great whore, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and have avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. Future prophecy, baby. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 25. Verse 12. The name of this section is Edom. Ain't no misinterpretation whatsoever. Verse 12, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from teeming, and there the done shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. That cannot be misinterpreted. It says what it says. Ezekiel chapter 35. Verse 11. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. This is the Lord talking to Edom. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying they are laid desolate and they are given to us to consume. This is what these people think. They think the Lord created us just for them to use and abuse. This is what they think. They think the Lord is one with them because they haven't been punished yet. Keyword, yet. Yeah, the Lord heard all the blasphemies thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, all this lying on us, constant around the clock on the media, lying on us. Accuser of thy brethren. And now it's come out that everybody on the Epstein files are Edomite men. Now, I'm sure you got some turncoats in there sprinkled to it here and there. But the majority of the most powerful are Edomite men, which is no surprise because it's in their nature for them to do shit like this. There's no migrants, none of the tribes, no so-called black people, Edomite men. This man gonna get on the TV and lie to me he want to get rid of the criminals. Okay, when y'all leaving? Let's keep rolling. Verse 13, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. And thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So will I do unto thee, thou shalt be desolate. O Mount Seir and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord. So y'all finna get it. Obadiah chapter 1. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's how high their pride is. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, and as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. Y'all finna go. But before you go, you got to destroy your own kingdom through World War III and rebuild ours for free over 1,000 years. Then you can go. Verse 21, and Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Let me see what else. Let's get some statistics before we go. Let's see where they. Here we go. Fact check. Despite making up only 28% of the U.S. population, FBI data shows that white men are 55% of the kidnappers. I think that went up since ICE hit the scene because that's all they've been doing. They haven't been arresting anybody because nobody has broken the law for them to be arrested. What you see ICE doing, this is legal harassment, legal provocation, which means they can provoke you and then accuse you. Stop resisting that bullshit. Number 3, this is legal kidnapping. 56% of all rapists, Edomite men. 58% of mass shooters, Edomite men. 59% of child porn arrests, Edomite men. 62% of statutory rapists, pedos, Edomite men. 63% of prostitution solicitors, Edomite men. They can't even talk up on no ass. They got to pay for it. Look at your boy DT, Big Goofy #1. Paid a porn star $134,000. Goofy. Of our tax money. I wouldn't put it past him. 68% of 1934 NFA offenders, Edomite men. I don't know what that means. And 75% of incest perpetrators, Edomite men. So when Trump says he wants to get rid of all the criminals in the country, I ask again, when are y'all leaving? Even ChatGPT said, you want to make all the problems of the world go away, you got to get rid of Esau. They scrubbed it from the internet, but we already know that spiritually. So do you eat and get your judgment as you should. Call Allah Yimlala, Haynawa Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Hamashiach, Wamalakia, Bahashim, Howard Wap, Kakurash, Barakatham, the water Bible, Baba, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.